Hey, what's up everybody? Wes here. Thanks for tuning in for another video. Today, I'm going to be using this Ryobi hedge trimmer that I picked up off Amazon. They had it at Home Depot, but it was a little cheaper on Amazon. I'll provide the link for that. But we're going to use it to cut back these bushes that are going into the deck. The unboxing couldn't be simpler. Literally, I just opened this box up, and then this is what came out. It's just a hedge trimmer with the sweep guard, and then this little protector piece here in place. So you just slide that off when you get ready to use it, and then keep it for future use. You'll want to put it back on just for safer handling. But this machine is super light. We'll slide off this guard here and just have a quick look at it. This particular hedge trimmer is 3,000 strokes per minute, and it says it has 30 minutes of runtime, or 35 minutes of runtime on a standard battery. So we'll get our hedge sweep installed here, and what this does, it's supposed to kind of brush the cuttings away when you're going side to side or up and down. We'll see how that works. Another really cool feature it has on here is a handle adjustment for when you're working at different angles. And it's got your standard straight up and down at the 0 degree. You can also go 45 or 90 in either direction. So it just makes it a little bit more ergonomic when you're working on bushes and cutting the sides and possibly even the backs. Now, I did have one minor issue with this tilt function, and I'll go over that more at the end of the video. The standard battery that I mentioned is your regular Ryobi One Plus 18 volt, and this is what it's claiming to run 35 minutes on. So we'll give that a try and I'll let you know how well that works. So let's see how this thing operates. Seems like a pretty standard hedge trimmer to me. This is Chewy. He's not really sure about it. So if you got any small pets, it makes a little bit of noise, but nothing too crazy. You might want to consider putting them away. So this shot right here was actually my very first experience with this hedge trimmer. It seems to work really well. I'm just your standard homeowner. I don't have a lot of hedge trimmer experience, but this thing seems to work really well. I've used a couple before, but overall right out the gate I'm pretty impressed with this one. Here's a quick shot of me just topping off the smallest of the bushes, and you can see here that hedge sweep product, it works really well. You don't have to use that. You can just slide it off and use it as a standard hedge trimmer. I did that a little bit, but for the majority of the time I was using this actual sweep guide, and you can see how I used it here on the back. I just kind of tilted the handle and reached back and then kind of cut everything away from the deck. I've still got a little bit to do here on the biggest bush. You can see where it's growing into the railing, and we'll go ahead and show you how the sweep works in action. So it really doesn't get much easier than that. Just kind of makes it a good clean cut. I actually wound up coming back later and kind of getting everything a little straightened out, rounded the bushes out some. But the hedge sweep thing definitely works. Again, optional, you can leave it on or leave it off. It's your preference, but for the majority of the time I left it on. And then on this bigger bush here, you could see here I had a little bit of struggle with it. This thing says it cuts up to 3/4 of an inch on the website. That's a little questionable, but this was some pretty big stuff I was trying to cut on the top. Some of these bigger branches I actually had to come back with just some regular garden shears and just clip those off to be able to get through them, and even my handheld shears had a hard time getting through it. So I'm not really going to discount this hedge trimmer just because it wouldn't get through the top on this. Again, this was some pretty thick stuff. And when you're using this thing, make sure that you're ready for some heavy cleanup. I had branches everywhere. And here's a quick before and after. Here's the bushes right when we started, and then here's once everything got cleaned up. I had more debris than that. That's after an initial cleanup. But this thing really does work. Again, I think this is going to be perfect for just your standard homeowner. I wouldn't be doing this on any kind of like a big commercial job. I'd looked at a Makita. This was a lot more affordable, and honestly, for what I needed, this thing's going to be perfect. But when you get done, all you want to do is just make sure you slide this guard back into place. It's really easy to do. I'm just using the weight of the machine here because I'm using one hand to film, and it goes right on. You can take the hedge sweep off if you prefer. I'm just going to leave mine on for longer term storage. I've got a safe place to put it. The only issue I found with this machine really, it's just a small tolerance here on the tilt function. Once it locks into place, you've got a little bit of wiggle. But again, that's really not a big deal to me. It may be to you, but just want to give you a heads up. As far as the battery time was concerned, it really did hold up to the 35 minutes. I got through the first two and almost the third bush on that one battery. So all in all, I wound up using 2 batteries on that 18 volt size. But I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you have any questions about this product, definitely feel free to reach out to me in the comments. I'll try to get back to everybody as quick as I can. I'll answer any questions you may have. But I really do recommend it. I think it's going to work great for the average homeowner. I'll provide a link below. But again, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next video. All right, peace.